Welcome to another episode of Ship Award. This is not an actual episode where it's me telling you guys news. It's more of a review of the Vampire Diaries, episode 1 of season 2.
Ship Award. When ship happens, I'm there.
So the reason why I'm doing this is review because I just finished watching the first episode of the second season and it's unbelievable. It was awesome. It was amazing. Vampire Diaries last season was great, and then this season started out wonderful. If this is a stepping stone of what this season's going to be, this season's going to be just as good as the first season. So I don't really want to talk so much about the stuff that happens in the episode, but more the things I enjoyed and disliked when it comes to, of course, the relationships, because this is what this show is about, is the shipperness within TV and movies. Okay, what I liked in the episode when it came to shipperness is I really enjoyed Stefan's and Katherine's interaction with each other. It was very different because you're so used to Elena, who's very more reserved and quiet and nice, and then you have Katherine, who's a complete bitch. So when he's with Katherine, it's like such a different dynamics that you see of him, and it's actually very enjoyable. And the other thing that took me by surprise was the Damon and the Bonnie interaction in this episode. I heard, or actually read more like it, was that Damon and Bonnie in the books, they have like this thing going on, or Damon has like this soft spot for Bonnie in the books. So when I saw their interaction, like I didn't know this beforehand, before seeing this episode, but when I saw the interaction between them in Tyler's house for his dad's resting or whatever that is, which was kind of weird because everybody seemed very indifferent that his dad died. That's a whole different subject in itself. But when they're like in the dining room and she does the whole magic thing, which makes Damon's head hurt, I don't know, that whole interaction between them was like, I really enjoyed it. Like seriously, like if there's more of that between Damon and Bonnie, I may want to see more of a Bonnie and Damon thing going on. Because right now, I really don't ship Damon with anybody. I know like there's like this big following for Damon and Elena being together, but I just can't get myself into the whole extremely guy with a really nice girl thing, because Damon's a real I mean, he's hilarious in the things he's done. He's a great character, and Ian Somerhalder is like eye candy. There's no arguments there, but I just can't get myself to like Damon and Elena together. So speaking of Elena and Damon, wow, a lot of stuff happens there with the whole Damon and Katherine thing, and him obviously still being in love with her, and he kind of denies it, of course. Like, he's like so indifferent that she's back, like, whatever, I'm just gonna ignore the bitch, which is what he said, and I found that to be hilarious. I laughed so hard when he said that. Anyways, so he pretends like he's over her, but when he sees her and they're like making out and stuff, and he's about to ask her if she truly loved him at any point, and she tells him no, it's always been Stefan, and he just completely like shuts down. Like, that scene was like, oh, like my heart went out for Damon, because I know Damon is a good guy, but he's trying to be bad or whatever. He has like a bunch of conflicts within himself. So that happens, and then the whole scene with him and Elena in Elena's room where he's trying to kiss her, and then Jeremy walks in, and wow, that scene like gave me chills. Like, I was like on the verge of tears when I saw like he just walks up to like Jeremy and like plop, cracks his neck and just like lets him fall on the floor like that, and Elena's like like she's like freaking out. Then she sees the ring, but like I don't know, like that whole scene was just very like, it was like an emotional roller coaster. Like from the point where Damon's with Katherine in the room and he's making out with her, and she tells him she doesn't love him and it was always Stefan, to then the whole scene with him on the bed and he's drunk and he's talking to Elena, and then Elena tells him basically the same thing, it's always gonna be Stefan, and he just snaps. Like, that whole thing was just it was like the best part of like the whole episode by far. Awesome. So the Elena and Stefan relationship in the episode was pretty much, they talked, stuff happened, they hugged, stuff happened again. They talked a little bit more, stuff happened. They probably hugged again, and then more stuff happened. Okay, I'm not a shipper of Elena and Stefan either. I just really enjoy all the couples. But I don't dislike Elena and Stefan together. I think they're probably the best match thus far, in my opinion. So, yay to them and what they're doing. But just that within the episode, I really didn't have much of an opinion when it came to them, now that I think about it. So my least favorite couple in the Vampire Diaries, by far, Matt and Caroline. Holy, but those two bore the hell out of me. Like, when they come on screen, I just want to be like, dude, I guess this is my bathroom break. This is my time to go run, do what I gotta do, and then come back in front of the TV, because I just find the whole dynamic between those two are just completely boring for me. Like, I find Matt to be completely boring. Caroline was interesting when the whole Damon and Caroline thing was happening. That was the only time she was interesting, because there was a lot of funny moments that came out of there, like the whole Twilight book moment in the first season. But other than that, you bore me, and so does Matt. Matt bores me too. And putting you two together just completely bores me to death. Like, I'm in tears, crying in a corner, rocking back and forth whenever you guys come on my screen. I just don't like them, and they bother me. Oh, one more thing before I go. There's some other reviews all over my face right now of other people who also seen the episode and put their 2 cents of what they thought of it, so you guys can get a different point of view of the episode aside from my really horrible reviewing of the episode.